Good morning. It's presently 3:45 in the morning, so I'm trying to keep my voice down a bit. I don't want to wake anyone up.
So early. You guys want to get some coffee or something?
But there's been a lot of noise with the patch, and the noises surrounding the fact there are a bunch of changes that were not put in the patch notes, so this is slightly alarming. Some of them are speculation, some of them have been mostly confirmed by the community, so we're going to go over them. I will kind of grade these on the reliability of the reports on them and my own experience. I played a little bit just before making this video. So let's get to the one that has been confirmed even by Bethesda themselves on the subreddit, and that is the production rate of workshops. Production in general has been changed. Production rates of the machines has been reduced by 10 per hour. Or 1 fusion core per hour. The ammo production of the munitions factory has been reduced, I think they said by about 50%, which is pretty big. And you now get ore instead of scrap inside the machines. So you better stock up on acid. First of all, before we go any further, this is based on a list on a post made by Reddit user. His name is Come in My Meowth.
I've hit the big time!
Which, sure, man. Have your day with that name, but he made a great list. A lot of it's not confirmed, but it's nice to see it all compiled, and we can talk about it as we go down the list. So let's talk about the workshop thing. A lot of people are saying the core reduction affecting the fusion cores that you get from the power factories. That's meant to kind of make cores more valuable. A lot of people are not using their core perk cards because they don't need them, because cores are everywhere. Cores are still kind of everywhere, so I don't know if this is going to make a huge change. I think it hurts the other camps more. I don't think they should have changed the way the other camps work, especially with the ore, or maybe make the ore have the same amount. Nerfing the ammo factory is painful to me personally. I use it a lot, but you can live without it. We have a video coming up where we explain certain perk card combinations that can help you make ammo, which will make this not so bad. Someone also stated with ore instead of scrap, with acid, using it to break it down, you could actually use the super duper perk and get more than normal. We'll see how that works, but overall I'm not a fan of this. Bethesda said they came out and did it. They forgot to put it in the notes, which is alarming. We'll get to that more later, but so yeah, the workshops have been nerfed. At high level, I barely use the workshops, so it feels like we're going to use them even less, so I'm not sure if this is a great move by Bethesda. Alright, and now we're just going to kind of rapid fire through the rest of these. Legendary spawns reduced, and the percentage of them having legendary also seems reduced. I can't confirm this. A few people have said yes, a few people have said no. I think there's a lot of overreaction. It might be like a deep breaths more situation like in WoW.
More dots now!
Where it just feels like it's a little different, but we might need a full week to go, oh no, this is normal, or oh yes, something has changed. So just keep an eye on that. Plans are not being awarded as often for events, except for ones that have a 100% drop rate. Once again, I think it's like the legendary thing. Let's wait a week until we determine that. I feel like a lot of these are going to be like that. Legendary effects that regen hit points now restore AP needs confirmation. Go test that. Characters over level 50 do even less damage in PvE and PvP. Didn't feel like that to me when I did my test run, but I don't PvP. I was just talking about the PvE side of it. I did a run through Big Ben tunnels in stealth mode, and it seemed to feel as natural as usual. The PvP thing has been a known issue for a while now, where incredibly high level people in the hundreds seem quite vulnerable to like low level people because of the scaling. That's an issue they need to work on. I'm not sure how, but people do enjoy it, and they should get the balance right, and obviously it's not there right now. Planned mod spawn rates have been reduced, need confirmation. It says once again, I'll go back to the point from a few points ago that give it a week, let's see how it goes. Fusion cores no longer restore upon relog. This is a thing. If you were in your suit and you had a half-drained core and you relogged, it would fill it back up. That's an exploit. That's fine. That should have been fixed. Super mutants and ghouls both seem to have increased health or damage reduction. Didn't find any of those today, so I can't say for sure. I guess we'll see. Ghouls are pretty wimpy, but super mutants were getting pretty tough, so hopefully that's not the case.
Boring. Human too much talking.
Enemies now have an aggro zone, but when they leave it, they regen health instantly. Haven't seen this, but it's on here, so maybe some people have seen it, but who knows, we're going to have to wait and see what that actually means. That sounds like it could be potentially annoying. A bioluminescent fluid weighs 1 pound each. Shrug. I don't quite recall running into that. Apparently it's from a Mothman quest item, which I haven't done. There's still a lot of stuff in this game I have not done. I mostly just roam around and loot batteries. And then there are a whole bunch of exploits that have been removed. The grenade bouquet disarming exploit is gone. The search exploit is gone. I'm not sure what that is. And the cap stash exploit is removed. I'm not sure what any of these are. I'm not an exploiter, sorry. You'll never see exploit videos on this channel. Hopefully, I'm not into that cash in. But I'm all for exploits being fixed, so that's good, I guess. And some server hopping exploits have been removed. Less exploits, the better, I feel like. Now, the final point on here is something to do with stealth and melee. Some people are saying stealth has been nerfed. Some people are saying melee has been nerfed. Other people are saying it's fine. I can't speak for melee. I don't do melee. I'm a pistol user. I made a bad choice, but it works for me. I just did a stealth run through Big End, whatever it's called, the tunnel, full of Scorch. I've done that a few times now in stealth with my 10mm pistol. It seemed fine. Nothing seemed different. Take that for what it's worth. I'm sure there'll be more evidence as the week goes by. So those are the changes. I guess I want to just like touch on a bit of how the community feels about this in general, because as Come in My Mouth said at the end of his post, it's surprising, like in this day and age, that companies are more transparent. It feels like Bethesda didn't want to have these notes in the patch notes because they're quite, some of them are negative, a lot of them are nerfs, and that people, I guess they're worried about the backlash, but we're not stupid. We're going to find these things out eventually. It would have been nice if they just came straight out and said, we're doing this. A lot of these I understand. You know, who cares? You know, maybe ghouls get some damage reduction, that's fine. Maybe some things need nerfs. The camp thing I do not understand. I don't know why they would do that other than to make fusion cores more valuable, or the fusion core perks. But you know, honestly, even with just the camp thing, they should have put that in the notes. They should be more transparent. They should trust us.
Help me!
It just makes them look bad. People are getting upset, and rightly so. I mean, of course, there's the whole thing with the weight issue, but that's a bug. They didn't foresee that. I imagine that's not a feature. We touched on that in the video just before this. But overall, not a good day for Bethesda. They kind of botched this patch a bit. It's nice to have some of the good things they put in, but a lot of these nerfs, they should have been straightforward and said, look, we're sorry, but this is what we're doing. If you don't like it, we'll take your feedback, etc., etc. But they gotta trust us.
Help me! Help you.
So I've been very pro Fallout 76. I've been very pro Bethesda, supporting them through this. I understand this is an MMO-like game, and it's going to take a while for it to get fixed. But they need to give us a bit of a leash and just trust us in our reaction, and the fact that we're not always going to be 100% happy with what they do. But at least if they get in front of it and say, we're doing this, then we'll go, I don't like it, but you know, so be it. But this just seems sneaky, some of this. So hopefully Bethesda learns from this, and they're quite open with the patch notes in the future. Anyways, this has been Josh from 1047. It is now almost 4 a.m. So I'll let me go back to bed, and I'll see you guys out there.